Guys, what's up? It's iJevin. How is everybody doing? Coming at you with another Minecraft 1.9 news video. God, I'm excited. So yesterday, Jens, or Jeb, whatever you want to call him, he tweeted that they're working on new features for 1.9 and they're coming out with a new dungeon with new blocks and new mobs. Very different from the dungeons that they have, and he's happy about it so far. Holy crap, that's awesome. I love new dungeon types. That's amazing. And so he also tweeted this picture, which I'll put on the screen in just a minute. But this picture has sort of like a clip of a corner of a block showing. So what's cool about this is that, like, I love discussion. I love talking about what could be new features of Minecraft and things like that. And so I made a couple points here on screen, and those points are, maybe possibly a new boss mob, possible boss mobs, different variations of mobs or spawners, and new blocks. So we're going to talk about possibly it being a boss mob. Well, right now, we have bosses, but they're in very big dungeons, or you have to go to a different realm to get them. So with that being said, we don't have sort of a common mob that could carry as a boss mob, maybe bigger in size, triple or quadruple health. I would love to see something in the form of, if you've ever played the mod Aether 2, where they have the different types of bosses, like, it would be cool to see a health bar. I'm not too big on the health bar idea. I just think that kind of dignifies it too much. But I think that it would be awesome to see something along the lines of mini bosses before we get to bigger bosses. That would be very fun. So, with this new dungeon, he talks about new mobs and new blocks. And so, one of the reasons why I think it's a mini boss is because of that corner block that I just showed you. And the fact that it's a brick. It looks like a brick. It looks like a pristine brick. Like something you would see something... like royal almost. So it makes me think that with that, that's one reason why it could be a boss mob. Boss mobs have enhanced dungeons, better blocks, things like that, better loot. And that's another thing. What would the boss mob drop? Since the Nether Star is dropped by the Wither and things like that, what could it possibly drop? I have no idea for that. Maybe special quivers? That would be kind of a cool idea. So he also talks about new blocks and new mobs. So besides the boss mob itself, one thing that, what would be super awesome that I got to thinking about would be the idea of variations of spawners. And what I mean by that is, so say we've got a skeleton, a zombie, and a spider dungeon. We have those dungeons, and what if those types of dungeons were completely custom to their own mobs? So for skeletons, for example, maybe it's got more of a graveyard feel to it. Maybe it's got some soul sand in there. Maybe it's a little bit darker. Maybe there's graves in the ground somewhere, and that's where the loot could be. Or for the zombie, maybe that's a graveyard. Or for the spiders, maybe it's more in a watery, damp area where spiders like to hang out. So just lots of cool ideas going around. I don't know, I'm super excited. So, we've got the new combat update. It seems like things are moving in a much, much more difficult setting. And that's the one thing that I'm most excited about, because Minecraft right now, it's been all about building for a long time. And the fear is gone. Remember that fear you had the first day you played Minecraft and you felt as though if you went outside during nighttime you would die? I don't feel that anymore. I'm pretty sure you don't either. So I would love to have that feeling again. Not to mention, I would love to have shields, things like that. I think this update is going to be probably one of my favorite updates just from this early stuff that's coming out. There's so many cool updates. The dragon's going to be respawnable. He's going to have Dragon's Breath from the 360. Shields, arrows, all that fun stuff. It seems like there was a lot of thought that went into this, and I think it's going to be a very good update. Let me know what you guys think down in the description below about this, and what could possibly you think could possibly be what he's talking about with these new dungeon blocks and mobs and things like that, because I don't know, my mind's just racing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and I hope you guys have a great day. This is iJevin. Peace out.